Why are we obsessed with things just because they're hard to get? If you've ever bought a Stanley Cup you didn't need, a Labubu because it was trending, or a Rode lip gloss phone case from TikTok, this video is your wake-up call. Because the truth is, you don't actually want the item. You want the rush before you get it. And brands know exactly how to use that against you. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how companies manipulate your biology to control your choices, and how to reclaim your mind so you choose consciously instead of compulsively. It's something that we've all experienced, that weird, almost irrational craving for something just because it's limited edition. It doesn't matter if it's Pokemon cards or a holiday lip gloss flavor. If it's rare, we want it. For me, it's the Starbucks holiday drink menu. I never go to Starbucks, yet every November I'm suddenly in line ordering a sugar cookie oat latte in a red holiday cup. My day feels momentarily better, and then it just goes back to being the same. These moments reveal something bigger. We're not actually buying objects. We're buying a hit of meaning, even if it fades instantly. So the real question isn't, why do we buy rare things? It's, why does wanting feel better than having? The moment you understand that, you stop being controlled by the chase. You stop being the product, and you start being the chooser. Here's the part that no one tells you. You're not weak for loving hype drops, limited editions, or the thrill of clicking add to cart. Your brain is doing exactly what it was evolved to do, just in a world that's really different from the one that it was designed for. Humans didn't evolve chasing objects. We evolved chasing opportunities. In early societies, anything rare had power. Rare food meant survival, rare materials meant status, rare information meant an advantage. So your brain learned one rule. If it's scarce, it matters. But here's the twist. Your dopamine system isn't wired to reward having something. It rewards the pursuit, the moment before you get it. The little spark of anticipation in your brain saying, this object could change my life. That's why the item you just had to buy ends up in the back of your drawer 2 weeks later. The thrill wasn't in owning it. It was in imagining who you'd be if you owned it. And that's where things get messy, because companies know this. They know that scarcity triggers our survival wiring. They know that anticipation hits harder than possession. So they don't just sell products anymore. They sell the chase. Limited drops, waitlist, seasonal colors, exclusive for 24 hours only. They've learned to monetize a part of your brain that was never built for capitalism. But awareness is your power. Once you see the pattern, you start noticing how often wanting is manufactured for you. Brands know that humans are wired to chase whatever is rare, so they figured out something even more profitable. If rarity creates desire, desire can be manufactured. And nobody does this better than the holiday season. Every company has some sort of limited edition seasonal product only available until the end of December. It's nothing special, but it is strategic. This year, Starbucks released these incredibly low-stock, collectible barista cups that caused a literal frenzy. People were lining up hours before opening and getting into actual fistfights, which got called barista brawls. The cups sold out instantly, and it later came out that some Starbucks locations were given as little as 2 cups to begin with. That's not scarcity. That's psychological warfare. Because when you make something almost impossible to get, your brain flips into survival mode. It doesn't matter if it's a latte accessory or a life-saving resource. Your instincts don't know the difference. They only know, if everyone else wants it, I need it. And guess what? It worked. Starbucks' holiday launch day this year became the highest sales day in North American company history. But when you look at it, modern scarcity isn't natural. It isn't even real. It's designed to make you panic buy before your rational mind catches up. And the wildest part, you don't even need a physical item to trigger this instinct. Because the real product isn't the cup or the lip gloss or the limited edition anything. The real product is the dopamine. Look at video games. In games like Disney Dreamlight Valley, every few months a new star path is released with limited edition furniture and outfits. None of it is real, but the pressure feels real. Suddenly you're grinding for digital items that you're probably never going to use. That's your dopamine system again. Rewarding anticipation, rewarding the feeling of almost unlocking something, rewarding the fantasy of who you're going to be once you get it. But here's the part you never question. Most rare things aren't inherently valuable. They're valuable because someone else told us they are. Because a company created a story that activates your survival instincts. If you don't get this now, you'll miss out. A narrative designed to make you feel that one more skin, one more badge, one more cosmetic item will make you feel complete, while someone else gets richer off your impulses. This is where scarcity stops being fun and starts getting dangerous, because when rarity becomes tied into our identity and not just our inventory, that's when it digs deeper. That's when it starts shaping who you think you are. And that's where we're headed next. Because if you ever want to break the cycle, you need to understand why you feel the impulse in the first place. Here's the part that stings a little, but also sets you free. We don't chase rare items because they're rare. We chase them because they make us feel rare. We're not buying things to own them. We're buying them to be seen owning them. We start defining ourselves by what we have instead of who we are. Because deep down, owning something rare feels like proof that we matter. At its core, this isn't about status. It's about identity. Your Rhode lip balm says cool girl. Your gaming skin says dedicated player. Your Stanley Cup says trendy. You can walk out the door without speaking to a single person, yet feel socially validated just because of what you're wearing. And maybe that's why this hits even harder today, because we're living through one of the loneliest eras in modern history. People feel disconnected, unseen, and overwhelmed. So the rare thing becomes a shortcut to the connection, and the thrill of the chase becomes a distraction from the feelings that we're hiding from, whether that's loneliness, boredom, or just a dissatisfaction with our lives. In the end, it's not the object that we're chasing, it's the feeling of belonging that we're not getting anywhere else. We think that we're making our own choices, but most of the time, the choice has already been made for us long before we ever walked into the store. Collecting isn't bad, but it becomes dangerous when we start collecting just to collect, or when we're no longer aware of how we're spending our time or our money, or when the thrill of chasing rare items replaces the joy of appreciating what you already have. So the next time you feel that rush in a store or in a game or online, ask yourself, do I really want this? Or do I just want to feel something? Because if everything is limited edition, maybe the only truly rare thing left is being satisfied. Awareness is the real power, because once you see the mechanism behind your desire, the desire can't control you anymore. We chase rare items because they make us feel special, but maybe the real limited edition is the ability to just walk away.